Welcome back to Tank Time, where I teach you how to lower your score without having to work on your golf swing. On today's agenda, we're going to be talking about what's in my bag, what kind of equipment I play, and what kind of equipment you should play. There's all sorts of technology out there nowadays to help improve your game, and we want to make sure we're taking advantage of that. So let's get you good at golf. The two most important clubs in your bag are going to be your putter and your driver. Having cool head covers is just a perk of customizing your golf bag. I have a boba tee because my dog's name is Boba, last name T. I have an Epic Speed 10.5 degree. I play it neutral and -1. I highly recommend getting fitted for your driver. If there aren't any custom club fitting stores in your town or city, at least go to a big box store and try out different combination of shaft and head. If you just pick one off the rack, it's very generic, and you're not a generic person. So you should try a few combinations and decide what is best for you. As for the putter, I got a little sushi head cover because I am a foodie. Putting is very personal. So we want something that really fits your eye. You want to look at your putter sitting on the ground and think that is a magnificent piece of art. I have a sick putter. I've got it customized. It says Tang Time on it and an American flag face. This is my pride and joy. This is your moneymaker right here. And now we come to the 3-wood, the most difficult club in the bag. My 3-wood is ancient because I found something that works and I'm not getting rid of it. I don't even want to test 3-woods. I know this one works and I'm sticking to it until it breaks. It's an Epic, the OG Epic 15 degrees. You can see it's very well loved. The 3-wood is the most difficult club to hit. And once you find one that works for you, stick with it. You don't need to keep up with the new trends and switch 3-woods every year. And now, you need a club that is unmissable. Something that you can rely on time and time and time again, no matter the situation. And for me, it's the 7-wood. I have a Rogue 7-wood, and this is my trusty dusty. I can hit it out of the rough, I can hit it high, I can hit a punch, I can hit off a tee, I can hit off the ground, I can hit it in the bunker. I can hit this anywhere, and I love this club. I don't feel like I can ever miss it. Whether that's a hybrid or a 7-wood or a 5-wood for you, you need to find a reliable club that you can hit from anywhere. I am a longer hitter on women's golf, definitely not the longest, but I am longer, so I only have 2 woods, and then I go straight into my irons, and I have an extra wedge. So I do still have a 4-iron. I used to hit the ball really low, and so I had a hybrid instead of a 4-iron, but as my swing has changed and progressed and improved through the years, I hit a very high ball flight now, and I love my 4-iron. I can use it to punch out of trees, and it keeps it extra low. I have tried to replace this with a hybrid, but I find that when I have that bigger head, I just hit it too far. I want a club that goes 180 to 185, and that's my 4-iron. Every time I switch to a hybrid, it just goes further than that, and I don't need that yardage. I need that 185 number, and that's why I have a 4-iron. I play the Mizuno MP20s, and I have an Acra 95-gram shaft. Pretty cool thing about it, it says engineered for Jesse Tang. And I have this Tour Velvet Super Tack Golf Pride grip. It has indentations here and bumps here. It doesn't wear down very fast. It's long lasting. It stays grippy but not sticky. I play pitching wedge through 4-iron with the Mizuno MP20s. A lot of men will only use 2 wedges plus their pitching wedge and then have an extra driving iron or an extra wood because courses are so long for the guys now. But for me, as a longer player, I don't need as many woods. I want an extra wedge. So I play a lob wedge, 58 degree, a sand wedge, 54 degree, and a gap wedge, 50 degrees. It's a Mac Daddy 4 Callaway, and it's got some personalization to it. Now for the golf bag itself. I have a Ping Hoofer, which is a great carry bag. Ping is one of the originals. They will always be good at making carry bags. We also need a towel. I've got mine personalized. If you can't tell, I love good personalization. Towel is great for multi-use. You're cleaning off your clubs on this side, you're wiping your face on this side, you got sunscreen on your hand, you got smuts on your bag, whatever. Towel, all purpose, gotta have one. Also, you need to have more than one so you can wash it on occasion. You don't need no crusty, dusty towels. Next, I have an alignment stick. I have a short one. I had it chopped off because I was sick of getting scratch marks on my wood. But you should have one of these for practice. And if you haven't seen my video on alignment, go check it out. I play a Bridgestone glove. I play a Titleist Pro V1X. I used to play a Bridgestone ball, but I found that the Titleist gives me a little extra spin. And at the time, I was hitting a low ball, and so this really helped get my ball flight up. I always mark my ball like this, 3 dots by the number, a line, and then 3 dots in the middle here. So no matter where the ball is sitting in the grass, I will know it's mine. And I always start a tournament round with a Titleist 3. My track number was 133. 33 is my lucky number. Golfers can be a little superstitious. I don't know if you know this. Hand in hand with that, I've got my line tool for my golf ball and a neon orange Sharpie. I've got my Bushnell laser. This is pretty old and it's the big one, and I refuse to go to a small single-handed laser. This one, double-handed, and you hold this way, it gets pins way farther, way easier. I've got my custom tees, got a little smiley face on the cup, and my name on the shaft. I also have a pencil sharpener. I hate writing with a dull pencil, so I've got a pencil sharpener. And I have a compass. Sometimes I would get yardage books without a compass on the page, and I rely on it heavily for the wind. And if you haven't seen my video on yardage books, go check it out. There's also a whistle on it. You never know when you might need that. Some miscellaneous things. I've got a little phone clip if I need to video my swing on the driving range. I've got my first aid kit. There's bug medicine, Band-Aids, Advil, you name it, it's in here. I've got my golf sunglasses. These have the lenses that help you read the greens better. Non-polarized glasses for golfing. And sunscreen. You gotta have sunscreen. Comment below what you keep in your bag for a little good juju. And I've also got my chalk line. Putting is the most important part of your game, so we wanna always make sure you're starting your ball on line. If you haven't seen my video on how to do that, go check it out. I always keep the chalk line in my bag because if I'm not putting well and I need a quick tune-up, I'll just throw the chalk line down on the practice putting green, do a few putts with the gate drill, and I'm good to go. If it's in my car, then I have to go get it and blah, blah, blah. This lives in my bag, so I don't have any excuses to dial in my stroke. And the best part, my little bag of goodies. These are all my favorite ball markers. You've seen my favorite green repair tool. Usually I tuck this right underneath my hat when I'm playing. If you haven't seen my video on taking care of the golf course, go check it out. I usually buy ball markers as my souvenir from fancy golf courses. So, I have like Oak Hill, Erin Hills, Whistling Straits, Bay Hill, Oakmont. My favorite ball marker is this little cracker. But when I play tournaments, every round 1, I use the silver dollar. Round 2 and 3, I usually switch it up. Maybe I'll use my little Mickey Mouse head. Every final round, I always use this silver dragon coin that my dad gave me. I use this on the final round every time. What does it mean that I have a 4-iron in my bag? Only good players use a 4-iron. Wrong! It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter how you build your golf bag. You just gotta build it for yourself and your game. If you can hit a 4-iron and you're confident in it, good for you. If you can't, who cares? Get a club that will fit your needs. When golfers try to fit the trends and use the cool clubs that the pros are using, sometimes they're just hurting themselves because it doesn't fit their game. Maybe you need a cavity back, or maybe you need some extra loft in the club, or maybe you need whippier shafts. Don't feel embarrassed by any means. Whatever it takes to get your score lower is what you should use. Even if it means using head covers on your irons. If that makes you feel good about your game and you play better because of it, I'm all for it. You gotta feel good to play good. Being able to customize everything in your bag is really cool, but at the end of the day, everything in your bag has a purpose. It should be to help you score lower. Whatever works for you. There is not one right way to do it. So please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for my next episode.